Good morning, folks. It is Friday, June 1st, and we are filming today. We're going to be going through the Five Bogs area, but basically working our way north of there. That's our plan today. If there's activity or if there's reason to alter that plan, we will do so as circumstances warrant, but we have kind of a loose game plan today for that, so as things play out, we'll see how that goes. A little rainier, a little buggier than expected today, but the weather it's one of those where they said it was going to be cloudy, so cloudy means rainy apparently. So that adds a little uncertainty to the day too, but we are going to get moving. That's our plan, and we will, of course, check in as circumstances dictate. Trying to give you an idea of the nature of the forest while trying to minimize my mosquito battle here. There's quite a few mosquitoes. North of the Five Bogs, and I presume if we are in the direction we are heading north, or a wee bit northeast, I'll edit that out. But if this goes where I suspect, then it leads to a area that I hiked last year, a little bit later this year, last year rather, that we got some moose footage out of. We have some photographs of mystery scat today. Not sure what it is, to be honest. I saw a moose track nearby, but it doesn't look like moose deposits, so not really sure what that is that we're looking at. So anyone's guess, I suppose. But one way to tell if we're going the right way is there's a wetland over there, sort of. Well, a scumpy piece of swamp anyway. That might show up on Google Maps when we get back to indicate the righteousness of our directional aptitude. Otherwise, today's been fairly quiet and uneventful, if not muggy and buggy. Lots of little biting things. Part of which is why I didn't really film that piece, because you don't need to hear me griping about it. So well, right about now we are fairly close to the middle of the lower end of the Green Mountain National Forest. We're heading in that direction, and maybe at most 3 miles south of that point, give or take some directional corrections. But otherwise, I'm completely wrong and we're heading south. In which case, to get back to the car, we're crossing 2 rivers. I think we're going north though. But we'll discover that in a bit. We may be coming up on a wetlands or a clearing of some kind. Which, if so, we're seeing for the first time. because we haven't really been in this specific area before. It's kind of a point between two areas we've hiked, kind of a connector, which is part of today's mission, is basically to connect the dots. It's one of those. Another moose track. So for those that are following the whole 5 Bogs study, we did go through there today, but it was for the most part quiet. And the theory today was to try and kind of probe for any activity north of there, on the theory that as they open the gates for the post-Memorial Day season, maybe they move deeper into areas like this. The only problem with that is I'm one person out here and it's a big area, so luck would be a factor still. Well, sort of a clearing, I guess. A mossy bog thing. Big old dragonfly flying by. Hopefully eating some of the damn mosquitoes that are biting at me. That has gotten tired, I dare say. So. Perfect habitat for them, though, is when I did see what I saw last year. It wasn't thick stuff like this or that. And it is muddy in here too, so I'm also kind of looking for tracks. But just to kind of give a side trail. Sort of a game trail. Interesting. Bug infested one. I don't know if the camera's catching the skeeter buzzing noises, but there's plenty of them. The other thing you're seeing a lot of today are, I think they call them the common orange eastern newt or something like that. Little species of salamander, which are also helpfully eating the mosquitoes. An act that I endorse openly. And Little toad. I don't know if you got him on the camera. Little wood toad. Just momentarily curious if this is actually a trail or just looks like one. I think it just looks like one, unless I'm wrong, because this gets pretty swampy in here. Yeah, it's... So we've hiked for about 2 hours now, maybe a little less. We're at a place called the Stump Garden, and that we're not quite as far as we're going to get today. The bugs have kind of died down in this stretch. There's been gnats and mosquitoes and horseflies. It's that time of year. We're going to keep going a little bit further. I want to see where a particular junction connects and heads north, and see what that looks like. We're going to probably go about another hour or so. That's the plan. Just to check in. What's up, little buddy? And then, oh, and did I mention buggy? Did I mention the bugs? Another toad. Lots of toads. Hopefully getting big, fat, and engorged on mosquitoes. The circle of life and the death of biting things that annoy me. It's a beautiful thing. Getting to that point in the hike where my shoulder strap is causing a big knot to go in my shoulder. Never fun. One of the lovely prices I pay for getting out here. That's all right. When I discover the creature, it'll all be worth it. Sure. Other than the Finding Bigfoot guys, I don't know anyone really making money off this, any living making kind of degree. Unless somebody has mastered the Patreon thing to the point where they're making a bazillion dollars. Not that I have any real interest in that. That's not why I'm out here. Another potential game trail. Mainly just because they look like moose come through here. They usually leave a certain pattern of girth that goes through. I'm presuming they're creatures of habit and they kind of go through at the same distance and such. Got the sun trying to come out. Try some of this mugginess out of the air. Maybe some bugs.